Hey guys, welcome back to another Moy Style video. Again, we got Lane Adams. It's been awesome today, just showing us some great drills that we can do at any age. And one thing that we're gonna do today is work on timing. Hey, that's what the money is. All right, so we lost the other microphone, so I'm gonna have to hold it here so you guys can hear him. So one thing that I hear a lot from parents is facing slower pitch, right? So it may seem simple, but a lot of kids end up way out in front, or sometimes they end up way behind because I feel like they jump way too much. So what do you recommend with a slower pitch?
So for the younger kids against slower pitching, I would focus on backing the ball up, letting the ball travel, obviously, but still trying to drive it to right center field, right field. I think a lot of times, like you said, a lot of kids jump out, reach for the ball. They end up getting themselves out against those type of pitching. Right. So back the ball up, set your sights to the pull side, and try to drive a double extra base hit to right center field, right field. Right.
Now, one thing that he's doing here is that he's placing the tee pretty far behind. And what he was talking about earlier to me off camera is that, you know, you want to think about letting that ball, well, thinking about catching the ball so deep, just kind of getting the picture here, so trusting that you can still be on time. So go ahead. There you go. So if you notice here, he's not like rushing at all. He's just really going real smooth through his load and still getting to center. Let's give it one more time. Okay, so now what would be another drill that you like to do for slower pitchers?
For slower pitchers, I would like to, what I do with some of my younger hitters, I would set the L screen up and just kind of lob balls to them, really focus on controlling that load, controlling not to jump out. That's one thing I really like to do with my younger ones.
What about like off the tee? Like, do you want them to go slower than in the game, or the same speed?
I think it's definitely, especially younger kids, getting to where you can load and control your timing slower. One of the sayings I've heard from another good hitting guy, Trey Hannum, is you control your weight, you control your weight. So if you get used to where you can control that stride forward, you have control of your launch and your timing.
Right. That's a great point. Okay, so now we're going to jump into front toss so you can kind of see how it works with the slow pitching. I always tell the kids, you can complain about facing slow pitching all day long, but he's not going to throw any faster, right? So we're going to start off with slow, and then we're going to go into fast. But one thing that he was saying, what were you saying about the load? Like, do you keep the same speed?
You want to control your stride, and by doing that, by controlling your weight against fast pitching and slow pitching, you can control your launch position. So whether he's gassing you up or thumbing you to death with some breaking balls, being able to control your stride, stay on your backside as you move out into stride will help you help your timing and help you get a consistent launch position.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump right in. Yeah, so if you notice, look, there's not rush there through his load. He's just so smooth in allowing his backside to hold until he gets to center.
Slow again?
Yep. It's all right. Yeah, that one was real slow, and you're gonna see that a bunch at the younger level, especially 9U, 10U, 12U, all those ages. You're gonna see kids throwing that slow every now and then. Okay, let's do one more real quick. Yeah, so if you notice, there's no rush at all. The problem with slower guys, and what I've noticed with the younger ones, that they don't trust it enough, so they start off later, but they end up jumping at it because they don't trust it. Okay, so now if you were to face a faster pitcher, which is obviously what you would face on a daily basis.
So that's the tricky part. When you face guys like Hicks, Chapman, DeGrom, you want to get started on time, but you don't want to be trying to overswing. So still early and slow and under control, and let kind of the old saying, let the pitcher supply the power. There's a lot of truth to that, especially at those facing guys who throw triple digits.
Right. And what were you saying about when you want to start your load at the release point?
So I want to beat the pitcher to release. So when I start my load or gather, I want to be at the top of my gather by the time he gets to release. If I can get to the top of my stride or load at release, then he can't rush me. If I'm late getting to top of my stride at release, then I got to speed up and everything's rushed, and that's when you're going to see a lot of front shoulder fly out, and a lot of bad habits occur.
Okay, so we're gonna toss a little bit quick now and see how you'll see how he still maintains the same load. Again, so maybe that's why he made it as far as he did, because major league hitters can control things that a lot of kids cannot control yet, obviously because of their physical abilities, because they're not strong enough yet. But if you notice, again, it's the same thing. They're still doing the same load. It's just a matter of when he starts and maintain that load to center. Is there anything else you want to add to it?
In order to be a good hitter, you got to be a good athlete. I think being a good athlete is able to control your weight, control your body, so you can launch that swing when you need to.
Right. And again, you can find them on Instagram. I'm going to leave the link in the description. And if you want to watch more videos like this, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and remember, keep it Moy Style. Hey guys, Moy Style Baseball here. If you're interested in having me come out to your city for a fielding camp or a hitting camp, or if you're in the Oklahoma area and you're looking for private lessons or group lessons, you can shoot me a text at 251-509-3815. You can also email me at moystyle33@gmail.com. Keep it Moy Style.